Good cold morning, guys. There's a lot of moisture in the air. See, the roof is peeing. Maybe no, it's the roof. The roof is peeing. So I say it got a lot of moisture on the solar panels. Alright, just wanted to do a video of this little tiny baby truck. This is called an Orlandoo Hunter. I forget the numbers. It's like a OH 3202 or something. OH Orlandoo Hunter 32. It's 1/32 scale. And 02, I don't know, second version. It's a little trophy truck. So it's very compact. I want one of these for a while. I've been putting it off because they're $109 for the kit, which is a remote. It's a 4-channel remote. And comes with the servo and everything. It's the little trophy truck body. Just a little baby body. And it's got roll cage. So there's the receiver. There's the battery. White thing is the battery. It's 260 amp hour, 2-cell battery. Radio. And that's a little speaker box. I'll get to it in a second. That's the servo. You see, compared to my finger, it's tiny, tiny. You can see the screws. The screws are really tiny. They give you multiple screws because the screws you lose. I've probably lost about 15 screws. Wheels right here. I did paint the roll cage and everything. You can see that's how you spell it. Orlandoo Hunter. And ATX XXX OZ Hunter, that's their logo. So I did do some upgrades to it. A lot of upgrades. So in total I have, I think, $190 into it. So I bought the kit. I think it was $97. It took 9 hours to build. 9 straight hours. Pain in the butt. Like, really a pain in the butt. Like, these little screws. Screws are a pain. Everything on this thing was a pain in the butt. Gluing the tires was a pain in the butt. Anyway. So yeah, it's got a little skid plate in front. Little tiny bumper, plastic bumper, steel. I believe it's metal, steel, skid plate, steel, little guards, all these little sheet metal panels. It is a locked differential. The drive shaft, not this drive shaft, but the stock drive shaft, is impossible to build. However, I did build one. Lost 3 U-joints building it. Tiny. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's got little bungee cords for spare tires. There's no foam. There's no foam in these tires. I did buy the wheel weights. However, the wheel weights are too small in diameter on the inside. They won't fit over the wheel. Some parts you got to glue in or glue on. Fire extinguishers, you have to glue those on. This little plate right here, this little thing that when you get stuck, you're supposed to pull that off. But whatever, it's for nerds. It does come with fans. The fan was kind of a pain in the butt to build because it's like individual. It's like blade, cover, shroud. It was pretty much a pain in the butt to build the whole thing. I was getting really frustrated with it. So if you get a stock one, it will not do that. It will not do any of that. Stock one's very, very, very bouncy. So, upgrades. Eventually might do it a light bar. I don't know yet. I think I'm done with the upgrades, but upgrades are these aluminum bodied shocks. So the front shock is all aluminum. Shock damper. And it's got a spring inside of it. These little piggyback reservoirs. I did install a little bit of grease into them. You can see the grease, the blue grease. That was excess blue grease. You can see rears did the same thing. Rears have a piggyback reservoir coilover shocks and then just a standard shock. I did opt for a billet aluminum skid plate, billet aluminum. This was a whole kit. The bottom. Those are billet aluminum trailing arms and like axle hubs. So the axle hubs are billet aluminum, and the skid plate. So that comes as a kit. I think that was $30. It's probably the most expensive thing on this. I do have a steering servo saver in there. That was fun to put together. Not at all. But it works. So, because the servo is such a small little plastic geared servo that I think it was just break. So did that. I won't have a link or anything for any of the parts. I don't do links for parts. You guys got to do the research like I did. Drive shaft. That's a stainless steel drive shaft. I'm trying to turn the wheel. I asked a couple people what drive shaft fits this, and nobody would answer me. So I ended up using a bunch of heat shrink on the shaft that comes out of the rear differential and comes off the motor. So I used heat shrink because this drive shaft was flopping around everywhere. It had a lot of play. So I used tiny little heat shrink inside there. But yeah, overall, it drives way better now. You can just see the rear axle drooping. It settles down. Before, it was just like with the stock stuff. So, turn it on. This radio takes 4 batteries. It's a D4L, digital for left-handers. I don't know. Turn that on. Turn this on. Possibly. That's on. See the little blue light? And steering. It does have very sharp steering. And the cool thing is that this remote, this is volume. So turn the volume all the way down. Before these new shocks, I would do this and the whole thing would just bounce. All right, now here we go. Anyway, then you can leave it alone, and it automatically shuts off. But anyway, this is what I was doing when it was raining, because I hate the rain. So it's my little go-to in the house bashing. I don't like the body. I bought another body and another battery. It does have like a USB battery charger. It does come with a bunch of lights, like forward lights, reverse lights, blinkers. It comes with all that stuff. I think that's what this button is for. But I was so burnt out doing it. Like I said, it took 9 straight hours of doing this. And then yesterday it took a good 2 hours to do all that. Build the shocks, and put all this together, take it all apart. But anyway, pretty cool. It's a little tiny RC truck. Like 2 scale. I mean, as scale as you can get. I think it's cool. Alright guys, that's it for my Orlandoo Hunter Trophy Truck. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Cool? Not cool? Meh. I like it. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you guys do. Later.